Hi students, my name is Sakesh Shetty from AJT Engineering College. Today, groundwater hydrology, groundwater resources we will study today's class. So, what do you mean by groundwater hydrology? That is very much important, essential to study. What do you mean by groundwater hydrology? Uh, Groundwater hydrology means that is the study of subsurface flow is equally important since about 30% of the world's freshwater resources exist in the form of groundwater. So, so we'll discuss about groundwater. It's groundwater means water available below the ground surface. That is called groundwater hydrology. And also known as subsurface water. The water is used for various purposes, right from the drinking and cooking as well as other purpose. Water required for drinking and cooking is known as fresh water. Fresh water is the purest water. Fresh water is the purest water, purest form of water used for drinking purpose. So that reasons you are generally depend on the fresh water, because the fresh water is the only source for water for usage of drinking and cooking. Human totally depend on the fresh water. Fresh water in general, in particular, it starts with the what we can say human human dependence of fresh water. Generally, they depend on the open wells. After that, if they are not available water, particular water in open wells, then they are going for bore wells, and then they go seawater. Seawater means saltwater intrusion. So that where we'll get the fresh water, it's dependent on rainwater, or else surface water. The first form they depend on all the people. Generally, the people are depend on the rainwater, or if they are not available water in rainwater, they will go for surface water. After that, they will for groundwater. As I told you before, first they will go for the rainwater. Then if they are going to open wells, then if they are not getting their bore wells, then they go for seawater. Seawater is, as I told before, that one desalination techniques. They are going for the technique to desalination, but it's not economical. In Indian point of view, that is not economical. So that reasons generally the Indian systems, they are not going for desalination techniques. So and next, here what they written in that and also I would like to mention rainwater, what we are available. The duration of rainfall is very limited, as we know, as well as many times the partial extent of rainfall also quite limited. If the rainwater stored can be stored in the appropriate containers before it gets polluted or contaminated with the other impurities in the atmosphere or on the ground surface, that will serve the best purpose, because the natural purpose of the purification is evaporation and subsequent condensation. Because of the partial and temporal limitation of rainwater, our human dependence, if the rainwater is available, if not available, we have to sustain our life. Not only human beings, as same like animals or plants, so they also need to sustain their life. Therefore, dependence most on surface water. Here, water may be available any surface water body, maybe river or a reservoir, or a small size reservoir, or such as tanks, ponds, or even natural reservoir, lakes. All this, and it also depends on surface water may also be available in the form of mountain ice caps. That if that is not if in the case some cases it's not, if that is also not available, obviously human intelligence try to explore water by breaking below the ground then getting uh, the most of the time they're succeeding getting groundwater, which is generally available in wells or subsurface structures. If that is also not available, if rainwater is not available, surface water is not available, groundwater is not available, but the area is close to sea or any other source of large sources of marine water, then we may go for desalination techniques. This desalination is essentially artificial process of evaporation, creating artificial fresh water. That is also not available. We may go for other source of water, such as fog water, even mist, any other form of water, fresh water. Okay, therefore, as we can see, groundwater here, it lies next only to rainwater to surface water. Therefore, it is provide necessary water security, partially or temporarily, because of provide water security. It is very important to sustain life, and many times it has been proved that what we can say, groundwater extraction has been proved to be what we can say, the many times it's proved what we can say, the groundwater extraction has been proved to be easy and feasible, technically, and we can say that is what we can say, the groundwater extraction, it's technically and economically it is feasible, what we can say. And here that in the form the subsurface water forms a critical input for substance of life and vegetation and zones. We have said that zones is aeration and is there, and saturation zone is there. Due to its importance as significant source of water supply, various aspects of groundwater dealing with the exploration, development and utilization have been extensively studied by workers from different disciplines such as geology, geophysics, geochemistry, agricultural engineering, fluid mechanics and civil engineering. So this is we said. Then zones also we are doing, zone of aeration and zone of saturation. So the aeration, saturation totally filled with air, and saturation water filled with water. So therefore groundwater extraction or extraction is very important. Now let us go to the next title. That one, what we can say, that is groundwater that lies beneath the ground. So what I said, water available below the ground surface, that is called groundwater, that filling the pore spaces between the grains in bodies and sediment and filling cracks in all types of rock. Groundwater is water located beneath Earth's surface in soil pores, spaces and in the fractures of rock formation. The water in the groundwater, all the water is filled with water. The depth at which soil pore spaces or fractures and voids in rock become completely saturated with water is called the water table. The water table, it means the water is totally filled with the zones or the voids are totally filled with water. That is called water table. And I said the groundwater utilization. Groundwater utilization is it is done in the developed as well as a developing body. Developed nation or developing nation, groundwater extraction, what we can say, there is a significant utilization of groundwater because of simple reason is providing additional water security. Now let me give an example of in an example of developing world and also an example of developing world. We can say, we'll discuss about this one. For example, in USA, if we can say that USA is a developed country, so here in that groundwater extraction, how it is for that one example is there, how many groundwater and table is or groundwater table, how it is decreased and how they are dependent on the groundwater. That we can say. For example, 1975 in USA there were less than 10 states um, wherein groundwater use uh, groundwater use or total water use in that country, and say it's greater than 50%. So what is then in 1975 in US there were 10 when USA there were 10 states where in US groundwater use total water use less than 50%. It is 45 that is 50%. So that much, that is the global conditions of groundwater. So that is a global condition of groundwater.